folks? I hope you're all doing great. Today, this is going to be my first filmed podcast. I did purchase a few things so that I wouldn't be... Actually, let me fix something real quick. There we go. I actually bought some stuff so that I wouldn't be doing this every time I do a podcast episode. You guys are going to be like, Dewey, use a little bit of money, make it worth something. I wanted to talk about the leadership crisis that the United States has. It is one that is absolutely going to ruin our democracy. It's going to kill our democracy. Donald Trump, during the election, kept saying Kamala Harris doesn't know what she's doing and all this stuff. She's going to put us in another endless war. Inflation is going to go through the roof even more than it is right now, he said. He was right. He was right. Because I voted for Kamala Harris. All this shit is happening. That was a smart-ass remark. Donald Trump is the president. Obviously, he won the election as far as we know. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. As far as we know, Donald Trump won the election. He is the commander-in-chief. From the minute he took office to this very second that you're listening to this, he has absolutely ruined our economy, our country for the most part. He has ruined decades and even centuries of diplomacy and goodwill with our allies. There are obviously some countries that we've been allies with when we first started this country, until we went to war with some of them. Afterward, they've stayed really loyal allies. People say, Dewey, how do you prove that? And I'll say this: the only time that NATO has invoked Article 5 was after September 11th. Every one of our allies, they called President Bush. I read his book, Decision Points. He said that his phone would not stop ringing that day because our allies were calling to check on everything. Also, be like, whatever you need, we will send it. We are your ally. We are with you until the end, which they were. The fact that he said none of our allies care about us is just straight up horse shit. That's what it is. It's lies. This man, his lips are moving, he's lying. It's as simple as that. I do not trust him. Listen, all politicians lie. If you didn't know that, I'm sorry to break that to you. All politicians lie to advance whatever their agenda is, whether it is a conservative agenda or not, whether it's a Democrat, liberal agenda or not. All of them are trying to constantly, their entire life right now is trying to get reelected. That goes on both sides. And that's why we have an issue in this country, I believe. A two-party system does not work. It has been proven by the year 2000. Think about this. If Al Gore won the 2000 election, we might not have gone to war. Because remember, we went to Afghanistan and Iraq to look for weapons of mass destruction that did not exist. We toppled a dictator, which I always think is a good thing. Imagine what would happen. What would have happened? We, as Americans, probably would accept climate change as a scientifically proven thing. There are people, for whatever reason, probably political, say they don't believe in climate change. That's just so stupid. Like Donald Trump said, it snows outside, so the Earth isn't heating as fast as they say it is, and all this other shit. Listen, right now it's March. It's March 4th. I live in... Normally, I would be outside smelling the beautiful flowers from our garden. If I showed you outside, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to self-dox, whenever anybody would look outside the house, you would see that the skies are super gray. We're not getting snow. We're not getting rain to help anything. It's just gray, blocking out the sun. Utah is one of the biggest farming states. We have a lot of farmers in Utah. This sun is being blocked out by the clouds. Crops need the sun to grow. Right now it's March. It should be spring. It's not. I don't see the weather improving in the near future. I think it will probably be June until anything happens. Something about Utah is we usually have a decent summer. It doesn't normally. When I was a kid, it wouldn't start getting warmer until about this time. As of right now, I would say the winters are much longer than summer and spring. We do get summer and spring. Actually, we kind of just go right into summer now. We really don't have a spring. We just go right into summer. That has to do with climate change. The Great Salt Lake, that is in Salt Lake City, obviously, the water is actually receding from the at a rapid, urgent rate. It's receding back. I believe. I don't know why it's a liberal thing to care about climate change, global warming. Just if you didn't know this, Dick Cheney, he put together a focus group when he was beep. He put together a focus group of everyday Americans. He would talk about global warming. He would ask them, "What phrase that phrase global warming make you scared?" Everybody's like, he said, "Does the words climate change make you scared?" They're like, thinking about it. All of them were like, "No, it doesn't. That sounds like the weather's changing." And that's why now we say climate change. We should go back to global warming because that's what's happening in this country and all over the world. Every other country, our allied countries, are doing something about it. President Biden, he left a really wide open door for Trump to go through and do something about it. He didn't want to. He doesn't believe that climate change exists. That to me is disqualifying for someone running for any office, especially the presidency. That's one thing. The second thing is Donald Trump has been, when he was running for re-election, he was saying things like, "Don't worry, this is going to be the last time I'll need your beautiful vote," or whatever the fuck he said. He is constantly talking about running for president again in 2028, all of this stuff. If I asked President Obama when he was in office, "Sir, Mr. President, are you planning on running for a third term?" I think before all of this, with Trump, I think that President Obama would have laughed at me and been like, "Have you read the Constitution? Do you know what the Constitution says about that? I'm not allowed to. Even if I was, I probably wouldn't do it." That's probably what I think he would say. George W. Bush would say the same thing. Bill Clinton would say the same thing. If George Herbert Walker Bush was still alive, he would say the same thing. If Reagan was still alive, he would say the same thing. Our president is not doing a good job. Not every Republican, I'll say Republicans minus a few. Thomas Massey really is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Nancy Mace, I'm just talking about the Epstein files, who voted to release the documentation. You got Lauren Boebert, who's a Republican, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican. I believe she left, though. Doesn't matter. She should get credit. You got Nancy Mace. You got Thomas Massey. There's probably a few more that I'm not thinking of. Put their names in the comments because they deserve recognition for telling Donald Trump no and saying, "I'm voting for it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Get me fired, whatever you gotta do. Primary me, whatever you want." Those Republicans can now say in political ads that they have worked to normalize bipartisanship again. That's what Americans crave. Is they want our government. See, if they watch C-SPAN now, it's like watching fucking WrestleMania. You know what I mean? With all this shit talking going on. Whereas before, I'm talking Obama era, watching C-SPAN is something one would do to fall asleep. It was so fucking boring. Of course, there was a few lively moments. Every person has to run for re-election. They need that nice little soundbite. To me, it's crazy that many of the Republicans are not going to stand up against Trump. And Thomas Massey, here's something I would like to point out to you, sir. Donald Trump is ineligible for office because he's a felon. He is in the Epstein files so many times. Literally oodles of times. It's crazy to me that there are people that support this guy. There are. I don't think that they hate America. I don't think they're anti-America. I just think that they're more pro-Trump than they are pro-America at this point. Because Jack's coughing, you got to give him a little bit of a forgiveness because he is 15 years old. Mine and Seth's pride and joy. We love our dogs. I'm just so tired and worried about our country. I'm tired of worrying about our country. Iran, which we just bombed, Trump just bombed. I don't want to say we, because there's very fucking few Americans that approve of him bombing Iran. I definitely am not one of them. He could have made a deal with them to make sure that they're not building nukes. President Obama had people over there that were checking stuff all the time. There's logs of what they did when President Obama and Iran made the Iran nuclear deal. They came to a conclusion. They would have stuck by it. Trump was the one that pulled us out of it. Now he's saying they've got warheads or some shit that if we don't stop them, then they're going to have a nuke and they're going to use it on Israel and all of that stuff. Israel, to me, is not to me, technically, figuratively speaking, they are our ally. As of right now, I don't know that they had the legal right to bomb Iran. If you don't know, Congress has to take a vote on whether or not we declare war on a country. This administration doesn't care about that. He does not care. It's sad that's the way that it is. We need to, there's some Democrats that are too big of a goddamn fucking spineless piece of shit to do anything to actually stand up against these fucking Republicans that aren't doing anything. I want them to know that if you win Congress, if you pull that off and you win the House and the Senate, you are expected to impeach and remove Donald Trump. If one of you votes against that, you will not. I believe that you will be voted out of office. Rightfully. I'm going to let y'all go. Thanks for listening to me. But let's talk about if you have any questions or anything like that about government or just geopolitical stuff involving the United States, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear your comment. We are sponsored by myself. Please go to patreon.com/Dewey Show. It's all one word. Patreon.com/DEWEYSHOW. It'll be in the description of today's episode. And I appreciate you for listening. It's going to be like this for a while where I'm talking to the camera, just directly talking to my phone. Please just be chill about it. I love you folks. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Please follow, subscribe, all of that. Have yourself a great day.